Hey everybody, it is now Thursday. I am not exactly sure what happened with the rest of my Wednesday that I didn't film. I did have to go to the chiropractor yesterday, and Joe was kind enough to drive me because there was a lot of rain going on, and I just kind of let the afternoon slip away without videotaping. So I'm sorry. I am going to try and get this up today on Thursday, and I just wanted to check in with you and let you know that I am doing a Tackle It Tuesday. You know, I kind of set myself up by calling it Tackle It Tuesday, thinking that I was going to do it every single Tuesday, and I have been working on something, but sometimes it takes a little bit longer than a Tuesday. So I guess today is Tackle It Thursday on a Tackle It Tuesday on a Thursday. I don't know, but let me show you what I've been working on. You see all of these boxes of files. I have another box of files right there. This comes from an accumulation of just over the years. I have been collecting files of just different things. It started off years and years ago when I was a little girl. My mom had files, and I was fascinated by them, and I always wanted to get into them and play with them. And what she used her files for were to store ideas for teaching and ideas for church and for family home evening, which is something that we do every Monday night, and it's just where we get together as a family and we have a lesson and learn about a different gospel topic. So it could be charity or faith or repentance or the creation or a Bible story. And so we get together and we learn about it. But it's fun to have fun and interesting ideas and not just sit and talk and just I don't know, it just is more exciting when there's a story or there's a game or something like that. And so not only do I have all of that kind of stuff that I started collecting clear back when I was a little girl, but I also taught school for a long time. And so through the years, I have whittled out a bunch of stuff from that. I used to actually have files, one file per week that I taught school. So all I had to do was pull out that file and I had the whole week prepared for school, which was really awesome, but I don't need all of that anymore. I haven't taught school for lots of years, and I don't think that I will actually be teaching first grade again, probably, unless I do. I always am doing homeschool stuff with my kids. My poor kids never get a break, but I may open up a preschool someday, so I have stuff like that too. Anyway, I have kept these files for a long, long time. I started off with just a little shoebox of collections of things that I would get at church or whatever, and it grew huge. It filled up a whole classroom, and now I have been whittling it down. The problem is that through the years we have moved, and I've never had filing cabinets except for when I actually taught at school, and then I had great ones. They were built into the walls. I couldn't take them with me, unfortunately. And so all I have are these boxes, and as we've moved, they've been shuffled around and they're not in order, and I have no idea how to find what I need to find. So I haven't been using them. And as I've been going through them and organizing them the last couple of days, I've realized how much my cute little John over here is missing out because I'm not doing these fun things with him that I've done with my other children. And I can't use them for church or when friends come over or whatever because I can't access them. So all I'm doing is going through, making sure everything is in its right folder, which actually takes a lot of time, and I am putting them back in alphabetical order and getting rid of stuff that I might not need anymore and adding new things in. So I am going to show you a couple of file folders so that you can see what I'm talking about. And if you are interested, though, in other kinds of filing systems, maybe you don't need all of this stuff, I do have a video, and I'll link it up above, and that's just where I'm showing you how I file everyday papers that come into the home. So like bills and schoolwork and correspondence, stuff like that. If you're interested in that, it's just right up there, and I did that, I think, a couple years ago. But this is different. These are my files of learning stuff, and I'm rambling, so let me just show you. So see, I have 3 boxes down here, and they might look like they're in order, but they're not. I have no idea how to find anything, and so I can't really use it until I get it back in order. This is the box that I have gone through so far, and I've just put them in alphabetical order. I was thinking, okay, what can I show you? So here's a family home evening file, and it's called, I've got it labeled Choose the Right. So let's see if I can get this out of here without one hand. So here's this Choose the Right file. And so in here, I just have all different activities that are already pre-made that we can do as a family. I can do this with John. I can take these little things to church. So this is a game about consequences for making good choices and bad choices. And it has some pennies in there for the markers. This little story right here is already put together. So it's laminated, colored, everything. And it's about how these little fish were supposed to choose the right, but one of the fish didn't and got its tail eaten by a shark. And so actually, this story should go right there. Here's a game that's already made about choosing the right, and here's the lesson plan for that. Here's another, this looks like something that I probably did at church, and I've actually written out the lesson plan. Choosing the right makes me happy. And I have buttons and a number counter and everything already. So if I ever need to use this again, I don't have to go through all the planning and effort. I just have it all ready to go. I have activities that we can do for a bubble day, which is fun to do in the spring. We've been learning about butterflies, John and I have been, and so all of our activities that we've done are in here. Let me show you a couple of these because these are fun. I save this stuff because it's fun to pull out and use again, and you never know when you're going to need it. And you know, someday I'll probably pass this on to somebody else, but for now they're mine and I'm grateful to have them. Here's just a different pictures that have magnets on the back, and I can use it on a magnet board, and it's pictures of insects and birds and butterflies. So John could put that on a magnet board and create his own. Here's a butterfly cutout shape, so we could cut that out, trace it, cut it out, and then you could put paint on one side and fold it over and then open it, and the butterfly would be symmetrical with paint. These are little bird puppets. I have all these different pictures about birds from the scriptures, so I could use this to teach. When you open this up right in here, see if I can get this with one hand. We made this little game, and he can take these off. See, I just Velcroed this on. And so it's healthy food and unhealthy food because the caterpillar ate a lot of food, and it's important for John to learn what's healthy and what's not healthy. And so that's part of the lap book. And I think that's all we have so far, but we can add more to that later on. So as you can see, I have boxes and boxes full of files and ideas and things to use to teach my family and to teach myself, and if I need it for church or school or whatever, I have these here. Now what I'm wondering is, like I said, every Monday we do family home evening where I am sharing with my family a more spiritual idea, but then like I said, I also have file folder ideas for preschool, for school, for teenagers, for just whoever. And I'm just wondering, as I'm going through all of this, is this something that you would be interested in seeing ideas for? I wouldn't necessarily be able to, I haven't created all of this, so, you know, I don't have the copyright for all of this where I could, you know, give it to you and say, here you go, just like they do on Pinterest or on blogs or something like that, you know, where they've created the Adobe or the PDF file. Some of it I might be able to, I don't know how to do that. You'd have to teach me. But I'm just curious if you're interested in seeing different ideas. Maybe once a week I could share a file with you and show you the ideas as to what I'm teaching my family. I don't know if anybody would be interested in that or not. So anyway, let me know in the comments below if that's something that you're interested in. And in the meantime, I'm going to continue going through these files. It's kind of time consuming because I get distracted by all the fun stuff in there, and then John and I will work on some of it, but I need to get it done and get it back in the basement. And then I can say that I've tackled it and it's all done until I get filing cabinets someday. I think I have probably made this video long enough, but I just want to say thank you for all of the great comments on my Aldi and Walmart hauls. I haven't had a chance to answer all of you yet, but I did read your comments and I appreciate your support. And I wanted to let you know, one wanted to know what I do for my picky eaters and how I help encourage them. And I've been thinking about this ever since you wrote that, and I'm going to create not a blog, what is this, a vlog? I'm going to create a video all about that. I am just going through it in my mind, and I want to make sure that I present to you the best that I have to offer. So I'm hoping maybe later on today, when it's a little bit more quiet, I can sit down and talk with you about that. It'll be sometime this week is what I plan on doing that, because I do have some ideas, although I'm not an expert, but I do have some ideas, so I will share those with you. Some of you expressed interest in me showing you how I made the quinoa chicken nuggets, and so I will be making a separate video all about that, so you can look forward to that in the next day or so as well. So keep the ideas coming, because it helps me stay motivated to make these videos and to talk with you when I know what you're interested in and if I could help in any small little way. My back's doing better. I wouldn't say that I'm back to 100% yet. I begged the chiropractor yesterday to let me start running again, because I want to get back on my routine of exercising. I've been doing my best with healthy eating, and I actually have made progress, but I know that I can make more progress if I could exercise. And he told me that I am now allowed to walk very slowly, hopefully not as slowly as a turtle, but I am allowed to walk now, so I plan on adding that. But running and jumping jacks and all of that great stuff are out still for a while, and that's okay. I'm all right with that. One other thing, thank you so much for all the people who helped clear my mind about what in the world white beans are. I did end up using the lima beans. What I did was I made green enchiladas, and it was a healthy style of them, and the recipe called for the beans as part of the enchilada mix. And I was kind of worried, and I didn't tell my family that I put lima beans in there. They're not big Mexican food fans anyway, but even some of my worst critics over Mexican food said it tasted really good. And so if you're looking, I guess, for something extra to add into your Mexican recipes, you could always slip some white beans, which I've learned are not lima beans. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that it worked for me. Don't know if I'll ever do it again, but it tasted just fine. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye.